sorry for the delay on my previous live stream. The volume was kind of tripping, right? So but we're just gonna go ahead and restart it. So if you just join and then you can hear me, just let me know. I'm gonna give you guys like a couple more seconds to response, right? Because sometimes it's gonna be a small delay. All right, let me take a look at it. The current price of a BTC on Binance is just about let's see, I think like just we saw a small drop, just about like a 51.60. We almost hit like 52, right? So it is going to be a smaller up and down. Altcoin are looking pretty bearish, not bearish, but they're looking weak versus BTC. So we could be expecting, at least for the short term, a very volatile market, right? So let's say BTC drop like below 5,000. Where we're going to be heading to? We're going to take a look at the price action, because our ultimate target is 56, and then 6100, right? But we're just going to have to see if BTC going to be able to hit a 5600, right? So the setup is the same, nothing has changed, right? So let's see, let's take a look at it. We have to go probably on the weekly time frame, right? So let's go on the weekly time frame first. The weekly time frame, what we talked about last time is that I was expecting like BTC to get to this area of a 50 MA on the weekly time frame, right? Because we got to the area of 50 MA on Bitstamp, but on Binance we haven't received any rejection just about this area of 50 MA. So it is pretty critical, right? At what point we're gonna get to this area of 50 MA? So I'm looking for some sort of rejection, right? So if you can hear me, just say yes before I go deep into the analysis. So let's see. Let's take a look at it. Give me a second, guys. All right, so let's see. Okay, good. Thank you, Mark UK. All right, so now we're gonna get deep into the analysis, right? So you can hear me, right? I just wanted to verify. So we got a big rejection on Binance, right? We got a big rejection just about this area, right? On the 50 MA, let's say like late first week of July, right? We got a rejection. We got a mid-October we got another rejection. So what I'm expecting for BTC to do, at least for the short term, I'm looking for a rejection just about this area of 50 MA on Binance. Because if you go on Bitstamp, right, we already got a big rejection from this area of 50 MA. So it is pretty critical to keep an eye on these low details, right? So let's go on the lower time frame. When you take a look at the lower time frame, the RSI is overextended, right? So but I was still expecting a divergence, but let's say we don't get any divergence, we could be facing a big sell-off to the downside, right? Because let's say you go back to this area of, I think it was July, right? Let's go back to July. Last time we got to this area of overextended and then no divergence. You can see the type of sell-off we got, right? A big sell-off, a nice head and shoulder, right? Nice head and shoulder. So, and then a one-to-one extension to the downside. It is pretty critical to pay attention to these little details, right? Nice push to the downside, a one-to-one extension. We got exactly at this area, exactly a one-to-one extension, right? So, and if you get the same type of pattern, right? The one-to-one extension from this inverted head and shoulder, right? You get the same type of one-to-one extension, same pattern, just a reversal, right? Most people are not paying attention, right? Get this reversal just about this area to that area, a perfect one-to-one extension also. So but it's over one-to-one extension, it's almost like 1.27, right, extension. So what we can expect, like since we already hit our target of exactly of 53 on Binance, we could be expecting at least for the short term BTC to cool down. Like let's say by the end of the week, right, end of the day today, like we pull back to 4,700. I'm expecting a big pull back, right? Let's say this way, take the whole entire wave, right, entire wave. So we're gonna first retest 45.65. Like let's say you want to be like a very aggressive, you know, or very like a moderate. You could be looking at 30.382 45.65 for another rebound, right, to retest the upper level of this trend line, right, just about this area, just about that area, right? So it is pretty critical, right? You know, we overextended, so we have to be careful not being you know, too bullish at this time, because our side is extremely overextended, right? Our side is extremely overextended. So let me know if you want me to take a look at any other coins, Tron, XRP. You know, I think XRP is still looking bearish, right? Let's take a look at XRP. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. So let's go to the weekly time frame first. Go to the weekly time frame, XRP, BTC, right? On the weekly time frame, same pattern, nothing has changed. You know, inverted head and shoulder. You know, a push to the downside. You know, I'm looking for another push to the upside, right? Because we got this this nice, you know, trend line, right, supporting the price. So hopefully, like, it's not gonna break, because like let's say we break this trend line, man, it's not gonna look good for XRP. So, and I don't see like XRP breaking it, at least for the short term. BTC is, you know, start to look weak. So you can expect like at least XRP to pick up some volume off of BTC, right? I'm going to take a look at Tron mascot. So make sure to hit the like and subscribe so you get this notification of the live stream, right? So I'm going to take a look at Tron. Tron is looking very, very interesting, man. It is looking very, very interesting. So XRP, you know, get back to this trend line. You know, most likely we're gonna get some rejection, just like what Tron just did, a 25% move to the upside. But it doesn't mean like we're gonna get back to the area of neckline, because it might be like a slow uptrend, right? That's what I'm looking for XRP to do, a slow uptrend, just like that, right? Get to this area, rebound, and then a very, very impulse wave to the upside. So that's what I'm looking for XRP to do, at least for the short term, right? Let's go to the lower time frame, the hourly time frame, because we saw some sort of a bullishness last night, so from XRP. Everything. We got a big move to the upside. You know, XRP is doing the same exact movement if you pay clear attention, right? So came back down to this area of oversold, a push to the upside, you know, came back, retest the same exact area, triple bottom, right? So our side is making high now, so hopefully like price can retest this area, you know, to give us a better chance to rebound, because, you know, just like that, right? We could be retesting this area, so, and then give us a better chance to rebound, because this pattern, man, if you go to the XRP USD Tether, that's the same pattern. I'm just going to show you very quick. Take a look at this pattern, right? That's the hourly time frame, right? Take a look at this pattern right here. That's the same exact pattern you get on the daily time frame. XRP USD Tether. Let's go take a look at it. XRP USD Theta on Binance. All right, let's remove everything. Okay, you see this, the pattern you got on the hourly time frame, that's the same exact pattern. So just about this area, that's the same exact pattern on the XRP BTC. That's what you got, just about this area. So and on the USD Theta, we making like a big accumulation move on the daily time frame. So you can expect like at least on the hourly time frame to repeat the same pattern on the daily time frame, and then we're gonna be making a big accumulation move, right? Just about this area. Just about this area on the hourly time frame. So before another push to the upside. So, but the good thing on the daily time frame, we are almost like our side is 62, but on the hourly time frame, the RSI is just about like this area. So you can expect like a big rebound from XRP very shortly, right? It's not going to be like a 50 to 60% move to the upside, but we could expect like a nice rebound to the upside, right, on the hourly time frame versus BTC. So let's just go back to XRP BTC, right? Go back to the hourly. You see the pattern right here? That's the same exact pattern you got. So, but the XRP USD pairing is already made this move on the daily time frame, right? Came back down and then it is moving sideways, and then the RSI is just about this area. So you can expect like at least for the short term, right, XRP on the hourly time frame, right, either to move to the upside or retest this area of the trend line before it move to the upside, because it's not going to be on this area of RSI forever, right? A retest and a big move to the upside is very possible, and retest this low, right? This high is just about this area from these lows, right? So you would be looking at, let's see, from this point to that point, another 10% move to the upside, right? So I wouldn't be like calling for a bull run if we get like a 10% move to the upside. So because we still got a we still need a big rebound, right, before moving to the upside. So let's take a look at Tron, right? Def mascot, you want to take a look at Tron? Let's go. TRX BTC. Tron BTC hourly time frame. We're getting a almost 5 wave to the upside, right? So one, let's see on the hourly time frame. You already got a nice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the upside. You could easily expect like Tron to come back and then get a support from this trend line just about this area sometime later, right? It doesn't have to be now, but it is pretty bullish, but it doesn't have to be now. So you got your 3 wave to the upside at some point. RSI was like made a double top on the hourly time frame, right? And price is moving to the upside, so you could be expecting a slight pullback, just about, let's say, to another like 560 to 570, right? Because the current price is just 590. It's not much. So, but when you take a look at the trend line, it seems a lot, but it's not really. From the current price, it's just about 5% drop, right? So it's not much. So we could be retesting this area. But let's go ahead and take a look at the bigger time frame, like the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, Tron pulled back to, take a look at it. Tron looking beautiful, man. It is looking beautiful. We got a pullback just about this area of 0.618. That was my ultimate target of 502 to 503. Tron came back down to 503, right? So it was pretty accurate. But the first thing, like, that was my first target. But after Tron got back down to this area of 50% retracement, I was like, Tron is not going to break this area of a trend line, right? But it did, so it's okay, right? It's not a big deal. We came back down to this area of 0.618 now. Get a big rebound, a 20% move to the upside. So let's take a look at it. It's almost a 20% move to the upside, right? From this rebound of 0.618, right? So, and it is pretty incredible, man. You don't have to you don't have to buy like, it's 21% move to the upside after we get a rebound from 0.618. So you don't always have to buy like green on the green. So let's say a coin is moving up, you don't have to be rushing. Like Tron, you could be very, waiting very patiently at 0.618. It's gonna get a rebound, right? We got a rebound from 50% retracement. Let's see, we got 10%, right? We got 15%, just about this area of 50% retracement, right? We got a 50% move to the upside, and then after we get back to this area of 0.618, we got another 21% move to the upside, right? So it is like almost what 13 and a 21% move, right? Almost 30% move to the upside, right? If you just buy 2 trades, right, you got 30% of your portfolio, 2 trades. So you don't have to rush it, right? Even though Tron is extremely like bearish, I don't like this move. I said it. I didn't want to see like Tron coming back down within this rectangle. But look at how aggressive Tron is. As soon as we got within this rectangles, it just like pushed to the upside, right? It is pretty aggressive. Most likely it's gonna correct. This move is not gonna go all the way up to overbought. It is not. So it is not going to move. It is gonna make another U-turn and then a push to the upside, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at Tron USD, right? Tron USD, TRX USD. Thank you, KW. Tron USD Tether. Okay, you gotta think about it also, right? Tron USD Tether, the RSI is almost 77, and then I think we're getting a inverse head and shoulder, right? You can even see it on the RSI, like just by looking at the RSI, you can see like we got an inverse head and shoulder, right? Let's take a look at the price. Take a look at the price action. Nice inverse head and shoulder, right? Nice inverse head and shoulder. A big support from this the previous neckline, the left neckline, right? The right neckline, we got another. Let me just restart it, man, so I can draw it for you guys. You can see it. Let's see. Okay, you take a look at it. It looks like XRP, right? Exactly. So what I'm expecting from Tron, right, at least for the short term, right, we got a nice inverse head and shoulder, right? Nice inverse head and shoulder, just like XRP BTC, right? But are we gonna get a breakout? I don't think we're gonna get a breakout, right? Even though I want Tron to break out on the USD dollar, but I don't think we're gonna break out on the USD dollar because the RSI is already 80, and then we at the neckline. You see, you remember when I was talking about the ADA, and I say like, we got to the area of neckline, I was expecting a breakout because the RSI was like 65 to 67, right? That was pretty aggressive. But the RSI, the current RSI for Tron is already at 80. So we're gonna need like some sideways correction at least. We're gonna need some sideways correction, right? Either Tron has to move sideways or it has to pull back, right? That's the safest thing to do. Let's say Tron wants to be aggressive and then push to the upside, right? With another 30% move to the upside. It's not gonna look good. It is not going to look good at all. Even though I want Tron to break out, like let's say we push to the upside just about this area and then we got rejected, we could be facing another 30-40% to the downside, because we're going to lose a lot of strength, and then the RSI going to be like 88, 90 by the time we get to this like just about 30% move to the upside after the neckline. It's not going to look good, right? But let's say we want a 1-to-1 extension, like let's see. Let's say we want a 1-to-1 extension, right? A 1-to-1 extension. A 1-to-1 extension, right? Just about this area. If you're looking for a 1-to-1 extension, right, you got to be patient, right? That's another 60% move to the upside, right? In order to get that 6% move to the upside, Tron RSI has to decline. We're not going to be able to get it from 80 RSI, right? Now, it could be a quick move, like a 30 minutes, like a, somebody just pumped the price up, 6% move to the upside. But, if we want to get a 60 to 80% move to the upside, we have to Tron has to come back. We have to be able to wait for Tron to pull back. Let's say from this area to that area, take the fib at least, like, you know, to 25 cents, right? Let's say 26 cents, right? Let's say Tron pull back to 26 cents. So the current price of Tron is just 30 cents. So that's only like 15 to 20% drop. It doesn't have to be like a, you know, 5 weeks drop. It just has to be like a 2 to 3 days drop. So our side can come back down, reposition, right? Reposition just like that, move sideways, and then we're gonna get our 80% move to the upside, right? Because you gotta think about it, after Tron pull back to this area, it's gonna give you another, you know, 100% move, right? That's better than like moving to the upside and then give you a 10-15% move and then has to go bearish again, right? So I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying, but it makes perfect sense, because it played out perfectly with Cardano. When Cardano got to this area of neckline, our side was like 65, right? 65, and I say like be ready for a Cardano breakout, because 65 coupled with a neckline, inverted head and shoulder, is pretty powerful, man. But 80 is pretty aggressive for Tron, and then for Tron, right, it is pretty aggressive. So let me know if you want me to talk about any other coins. Let's go ahead and take a look at Cardano. Cardano was looking bearish, right? 88 BTC. You take a look at 88 BTC, right? I talked about it on my live stream yesterday. I'm looking for 88 to pull back to, let's say, our target was just about this area, right? Let's say 15.15 to 16.15, right? So same setup, same exact setup. So I said, like, since we're not getting any divergence, right, price has to follow the RSI. That's the best thing to do, right? And then we're going to reposition the RSI, going to get to this area, you know, make a move and then face up, and then we you know, price can go back up to the upside, right? So that's the best scenario I've seen. Like I'm seeing for ADA for the moment, right? But I don't see like a aggressive move to the upside. Our target after we break this area of neckline was 1697, right? We hit 1697 on the dot. Look at it, right? 1697, a 1.618 extension, right? Most people were looking for a, you know, 1-to-1 extension. We hit 1-to-1 extension, and then we went up for a 1.618 extension. So I'm going to take a look at DigiByte. Yeah, you're welcome, Def Mascot. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe, guys, so you can get these update. Hey, what's up, Johnny? You know. All right, no problem, man. Thank you. I saw your video, man. Just keep it up, man. I saw your first video. So if you guys don't know who's Johnny Bull is, he just created his new YouTube channel, so you can go and check it out. Johnny Bull, a big XRP fan. So let's go ahead and take a look at Nano, right? Nano had a big breakout. I'm going to take a look at DigiByte, man. Neotinoid, DGB. Let's go ahead and take a look at Nano. Nano had a big breakout last night. And I've been calling for Nano a breakout like the last 5 weeks, right? So you take a look at Nano, right? We got a big breakout, another rejection, right? I made a video last night about Nano also on my live stream, and I said like I was looking for a pullback to like 29.40, right? Right now we are 29.40, and when I was making that video, Nano was like 32,000, right? And I said like we're gonna come back down to 29.40, because I was looking at the lower time frame. The lower time frame, if you go to the lower time frame, we go to 45 minutes. Let's say you go you see, when you go to the 45 minutes, the 45 minutes is pretty powerful, man. I don't know why, but it works well for me. I said like Nano gonna pull back to a 0.618, right? 29.40, exactly at 29.40, man. Exactly at 29.40. So you know, exactly at 29.40. So we got back to this area 29.40, another push to the upside. So what I'm looking for Nano to do, we got a double. I mean, it's more than double, right? But let's say a double top, a retest, right? Most likely it's gonna fail. If it fails, it's not gonna be good, right? But we're just gonna have to wait and see, because this could be like the first wave of something going, I mean something big happening, right? So but we just have to wait and see if Nano gonna be able to break 52.55, and then I'm gonna update the price once we break 32.55, right? Because my ultimate target is just, you know, 50,000 sats for Nano, right? 50,000 sats. But the RSI is looking good, right? The RSI is looking good. And also you gotta pay clear attention on the 45 minutes. Once you get like a double tap on the 45 minutes, you're most likely gonna get a big run up. I don't know why, but the 45 minutes, a double tap, you know, always gonna take you to the upper level of 60 to 70. So, and Nano got a double tap just about this area on the 45 minutes, you know, and then I pushed to the upside almost like 93, right? When you're taking a when you're looking at it on the Heiken Ashi, right? Almost 93. So keeping close eye on Nano, right? It is pretty bullish. Let's go ahead and take a look at Litecoin. I take a look at XRP or KW. Let's take a look at Litecoin. Litecoin looking pretty bearish for some reason. You take a look at Litecoin, right? Let's see. The 45 minutes Litecoin it's not looking good. It is making like a nice, you know, double tap, a retest of this previous low. Kind of look like XRP, right? When you take a look at the this falling wedge, it's the same as XRP, right? It's on the 45 minutes though, not on the daily time frame. You know, same exact falling wedge, retest of this previous you know, low. So let's see if not Nano, not XRP. Let's see if Litecoin gonna be able to push to the upside, because you got your 100 EMA on the 45 minutes. You know, price is moving below its area of, you know, 100 EMA. So most likely we're gonna suffer a lot before we break it to the upside, unless we got a big volume. The RSI is completely oversold, right? So on the 45 minutes, which is pretty good, right? As long as we got a double tap, we're most likely gonna get overbought again, so which is pretty good. So you can be expecting like at least Litecoin to pull back to a 0.618 from the top. You take your fib, double tap, so you would be looking at, let's just target 382 first of all before we target 618, because 618 could be very aggressive. Let's say 50%, right? So that's just another 7% move to the upside, right? So you would be looking at almost like Litecoin going back to like the current price of Litecoin is just about like 87. So you could be expecting a 10Q strength. For some reason, XSplit was giving me some hard time, right? So I had to take a look at the settings again, reset the settings for some reason, right? So you could be looking at another, 6 to 8%. I mean, 6 to 10% move to the upside for Litecoin. You know, if we let's say we want to go bearish, we're gonna get this at 10% before we go bearish, right? At least for the short term. A double tap on the 45 minutes is pretty good on the RSI, right? So I'm pretty confident on this one. It cuts in and out. Sorry, man. No audio. Strength say the audio is fine, but Rodriguez say it cuts in and out. I think it's just on XSplit. I don't know, for some reason it was working pretty fine recently, right? So Strength, let me know if you can hear me. It's a little delay, so I'm just gonna have to wait till you guys respond, right? Audio fine. Okay, all right. Sorry, Rodriguez. Okay, good. So the audio is good. So let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum, right? Because I didn't take a look at Ethereum yesterday. When you take a look at Ethereum, right, it is making a nice move, right, on the 45 minutes, right? we got our double top, this double top on the Ethereum side, just about this area. That's the same, you know, pattern Litecoin is making, right? So let's see if Litecoin going to be able to make this entire move on the 45-minute, like the upcoming days, right? So because Litecoin is just about this area, right? So but Ethereum, you know, is moving to the downside, got overextended on the R side, coming back, retest. We're gonna get some support just about this area, right? You gotta think about it. Ethereum hasn't done anything. I keep saying it, man. Don't sleep on Ethereum. It's not a financial advice, but don't sleep. Excuse me. Don't sleep on Ethereum, right? So we're gonna get, most likely gonna get some sort of support just about this area before another, you know, before we try to break this area of resistance, because you know it's been like we've been having this area of resistance like for the longest, right? Let's go back on the daily time frame. Take a look at nice accumulation move, right, on the daily time frame. Nice accumulation move. So I like a clean chart, man. Sometimes I just have to remove everything. So nice accumulation move, a breakdown to the downside, right? Just like a Ethereum classic, right? So don't sleep on Ethereum. You can it can surprise you with a big move to the upside. You know, Ethereum classic did the same move, right? A push, you know, a nice accumulation move, a push to the upside, a very aggressive move, right? So but what I'm expecting, since the R side is so vertical, right, Ethereum could be cooling down and it's gonna be you know, faking out, and then before another push to the upside, because the R side is, you know, you gotta think about it, man. It cannot be a vertical move all the way up. It has to take like different route, just like that, man, and you know, push to the upside. I'm gonna take a look at Ortega. I'm gonna take a look at XRP. Make sure to hit the like, man, and subscribe so you can get this notification. XRP still sleeping, so it's gonna wake up very soon, man. I'm gonna take a look at XRP again. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at ICX, man, and then we're gonna take a look at Neo next. ICX, and then we're gonna take a look at later. We're gonna take a look at XRP again, right? Take a look at ICX, right? As I was talking about yesterday, right? ICX, XLM, and Siacoin, they got the same pattern. You know, I said like ICX gonna most likely gonna come back, retest this area of 8,000 sats, and then we did, right? The low was like 798. So I said like we most likely gonna retest 750 to 7,050 to you know, 8,000, right? And then we retested 7,000, right? Almost 8,000, 750, right? So basically ICX is just setting up for something big. We get back to this area of support, which is pretty good, right? So let's see how ICX is going to be able to handle this area. A falling wedge, a sideways correction. The only thing you can expect, right, is a move to the upside, right? That's the only thing you can expect. A falling wedge, right? Sideways correction, right? A double tap on this area of support. Man, the only thing I can expect is a move to the upside. But let's say we ICX wants to be bearish. My next area of because I'm not trading ICX, I'm just accumulating, right? So if it goes down, I mean, I really don't care. So but I mean, I do care, but you know, the next area of support going to be at just about 7,000, which is another, let's see, which is another 14% move to the downside. So it doesn't look good to drop 14% versus BTC, so especially when BTC most likely, you know, gonna remain at 53 to 55. So you gotta think about it. ICX price gonna, you know, dollar value going to be dropping a lot, 14%, right? So unless BTC like goes up and ICX goes down versus BTC, but if BTC remains at 53 to 55 and ICX decides to drop 15%, it's gonna hurt the price a lot on the dollar value. So but we're just gonna have to wait and see. But I'm like at least 60% like positive on ICX moving to the, you know, upside instead of you know, instead of going to the downside. I'm 60% bullish on ICX, right? So at least for the short term, right? Because 15% to the downside is not even much. When you take a look at it, ICX went up 40% to the upside, so it's not even much. So you would be looking at your nice ABC correction to the downside. If that's the case, right, you're just gonna get a ABC correction, that's it, and then another move to the upside. All right, so thank you for tuning in, Royal Computer. Ortega, I'm going to take a look at XRP very shortly. Let's go ahead and take a look at OneChain. OneChain. All right, one BTC, same exact pattern, right? You can see like a, you know, even before I take a look at OneChain, that's the same exact thing I was talking about ICX, right? A nice ABC correction to the downside, right? Came back, retest this area of a 0.786, right? We're exactly at 0.786 now. So, and then, you know, we're losing strength of the selling pressure is losing strength, right? So we can expect a big rebound from a OneChain, at least for the short term. Like I said, right, always like OneChain usually like break out before ICX. So most of the time you don't see ICX breaking out before OneChain. So it's and then OneChain is correcting, has already a better correction than ICX. So you can expect like OneChain to move to the upside before ICX, right? Our side broke this area of support, right? We got a nice area of support just about this area, right? If you take this trend line, we already broke it, so we have to at least, you know, make some correction just about this area. So we could be you could expect like ICX to be making some correction between 0.618 and 0.786, right, before it move to the upside, right? So at least for the short term, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at Monero. We haven't talked about Monero for quite a while now. XMR BTC. Monero, when you take a look at Monero, beautiful bottom formation, right? Still, you know, since like when? December 15, right? The R side is still holding strong. Look at some high highs on the R side, right? So you can expect like Monero to replicate what Bitcoin did, but Bitcoin has to remain very silent for Monero to push to the upside. So it hasn't been strong versus BTC for quite a while now, right? So you can expect like at least for the short term, Bitcoin to remain silent, and then Monero gonna take over all the privacy coins, right? Verge, Dash, Monero, NavCoin, Zcash, all of them, they're gonna do well. So you gotta think about it, right? Monero hasn't done anything since mid of December. A nice crossover, big support, push to the upside, coming back, retested. I wasn't expecting this retest, right? I was expecting a flag, but since BTC went bullish, it's nothing you can do. So if BTC is strong, most of these coins, it doesn't matter whether you like, you know, Litecoin or anything, you're gonna suffer a lot versus BTC, even though your dollar value gonna go up. You gotta think about it. Monero, when I was covering Monero was like 40, just about this area, right? I think like $45, $48. Now it's almost like over like $60, right? So I don't take a look at the price in dollar value. So most of the time I don't. So, but I think it's like somewhere around like 70. Last time I checked it. So I'm gonna take a look at Aion. So, all right. So, but you got to think about it, right? We got a big support. This area of let's see, 100 EMA is supporting the price. So price is not moving above this area of 100 EMA, at least for the short term. So let's take a look at it. Get bigger, better, right? So big support from this area of 100 EMA. This is a red trend line, right? So let's see how Monero gonna be able to break this area. I'm looking for another retest, right? I'm looking for another retest, right? And if you take a look at the Hack and Ashy, we're already getting like some let's take a look at it. It's a Hack and Ashy. We're already getting like some trend reversal. Big tail, big wick, small body. You gotta remember that, right? Big tail, big wick, small body, right? Big tail, big wick, small body. Trend reversal, right? Most likely we're gonna reverse and then retest this area of this double top area, just about this area. So keep an eye on Monero and then Dash, Zcash, NavCoin. and all of those privacy coin, right? I think you got some other privacy coins, but I think those are the most popular one. So let's go ahead and take a look at EOS. When you take a look at EOS, like I said about EOS, same pattern, right? This area and that area is the exact same pattern. Double tap just about this area versus BTC. So what you can expect from EOS, right? Let's take a look at the RSI. The RSI is moving to the downside. Price was moving to the upside. A divergence. EOS is start to look weak versus BTC. BTC is not doing anything, and then all these coins start to look weak. So you can expect, like, once BTC is turned bullish, they're gonna get weaker, right? So, but EOS is moving to the downside, right? RSI is moving to the downside. Price is moving to the upside. So our next area of support is just about this area on the RSI, just like the rest of the crypto, right? So just like the rest of the crypto, I'm looking for RSI to get back to this area first of all, and then price. Let's just get the fib retracement of this entire move, right? 382, we got a big support, right, at 382, which is just about like 90.22, right, on Binance, right? 90.22. So let's hope like EOS is gonna get a big rebound from this area, right? It doesn't have to be like a big sell-off. It can be like a 12-hour sell-off, just very quick before another big move to the upside. But I'm looking for a rebound or sideways correction just about this area of 382, right? Big support, big accumulation move, right? So if not, we got this area of 100 EMA, and also we already got a crossover, right? Let me add the 50 EMA. We already got a crossover between 50 and 100, right? We got a nice crossover. That's not it. I don't want you. Got the 50, right? Okay, we already got the 50 moving very fast. Most likely it's going to support the price. Let me change the color to yellow, make it bigger. So EOS is looking good, man. So I don't see EOS dropping, like getting completely oversold, but if that's the case, we're just gonna have to reassess our judgment, right? So we got multiple support. You got your 50 EMA, your 100 EMA, the 382, you know, we also got like this area of 0.618. So let's see how far EOS can drop. If, like, let's say we go back to another 20% versus BTC, it's not bad, right? It's not bad. So 18 to 20%. So that's the most I can see EOS drop versus BTC before another move to the upside. But if not, let's say you know, 10%, 6 to 10% drop versus BTC, you know, just for the RSI to get more strength, and then a big move to the upside. So all right, let's go ahead and take a look at XRP again, right? Coin market cap, XRP. XRP, BTC. Let's take a look at the weekly chart. Try to focus on the weekly chart on XRP, man. If you focus on the hourly time frame, you're gonna be depressed, because you know you're gonna get 5% move to the upside, and then you're gonna be extremely happy, and then the next 10 hours, you know, XRP gonna go bearish again. But just focus on the weekly time frame. Beautiful chart, man. It's nothing you can do. Big sell off to the downside, moving below this area of 50 EMA on the weekly time frame. BTC getting rejection from the 50 EMA. XRP is you know moving below its area of this area of 50 EMA. So it is a pretty much you know, if you acknowledge it, it's pretty much bearish, right? So on the, let's see, on the RSI, we haven't like retest this area on the previous low on the RSI, at least on Binance on the weekly time frame. So we're almost close, right? Let's see what type of reaction, you know, we're gonna get once we get to this area of 37 on the R side. So because, you know, when you take a look at the Heiken Ash, right, it's not, we're not even like to this area of let's see, on the weekly time frame, we still got like plenty of room to retest, right, this area, because the Heiken Ash is pretty, give you a better trend, right, you still got to this area of 6,000 to 6,500, right? So 6,000 to 6,500. So you take a look at your fib retracement. Let's see. XRP gonna do well, man. It's just a matter of time. It's kind of like when BTC was like $1,000. Everybody was waiting for BTC to go like to $20,000. You know, it's the same feeling. We just have to be patient. You know, you take a look at the fib retracement exactly at 0.618, right? So 0.618 is just about like 66,000. I mean 6,600, right? 6,600 sats. So you can expect at least, you know, a big move from XRP, 15 to 20%, just like a Tron, right? Let me show you Tron again. TRX, BTC. But if you're happy about like 20% move from XRP, man, you're gonna miss a lot. Because once it goes like 10x, 15x, like you know, $3-4, you know, you're gonna be like, I shouldn't be selling my XRP at 36 cents. It's not a financial advice, but let's just get a clean chart. You take a look at Tron, right? Take a look at Tron, right? Exactly at 0.618, right? Exactly at 0.618. What happened? We got a big reversal to the upside, a 20% move to the upside, right? So you got to pay clear attention to 0.618. Look at, right? Almost a, you know, when you take a look at the Heiken Ash, it's pretty big, man. It's pretty big. A 25% move to the upside after we get back to a 0.618 on the Heiken Ash, right? Let's go back to XRP. Yeah, we gotta be patient, man. We gotta be patient. You cannot be rich overnight. You just have to be. You gotta think about it, right? Some people was buying XRP at what price? Let's say 0. Let me just draw it correctly. 0, 0. So many zeros, man. 0. I think another 0 before you get another real number, right? Right. Let's say 1 or 5. Let's say 5, right? 0. Right, that's how low XRP was a couple of years ago, right? If you go back and check the price of XRP, so it's almost like 1000x since then, right? So because the price of XRP is just about like, you know, almost 50 cents, right? So you take a look at it, you multiply this by 1000, that's 1000x, man. So you gotta be patient. You cannot just 1000x your XRP like in 2019. I don't think it's gonna happen. If it does, I mean, happy for you, but you know, at least try to like 5-10x first, and then you know, try to $1000x your XRP, right? QLC. All right, but XRP is looking promising. 0.618 pullback, you know, on versus BTC is pretty good. BTC is looking weak, right? So BTC is starting to look weak at 5,300. So let's say BTC doesn't break 5,300, right? That's a good sign for XRP. You gotta think about it. As long as BTC is moving to the upside, most likely XRP is going to be moving to the downside, you know, and all that volume going to be going to XRP, you know, going to XRP at least for the short term after BTC remains silent. So you got to think about it, right? So I want BTC to retest 56 to 6,000, but if it doesn't, we hit our target of 53 exactly on the dot. Just take some profit and then wait for another pullback. We're not gonna hit 20k in not in 2019, but in March 2019, right? We're not gonna go to 20k, so it's no point of rushing. So you can get like a 10-15%, wait for a 10-15% drop, and then you know, increase your BTC holding. That's the only goal, right? So okay, I will fix the link, right? No problem. I will fix the link. Sorry for that, because it was working fine for me, right? I don't know which link you're referring to. So but I'm gonna fix it. Thank you for letting me know. Right. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look at Stratis next. Stratis is looking extremely bullish, man. It's one of my top 7 picks of the year, right? So not of the year, but on April. I think it's like Stratis, Tron, Zilliqa, not Zilliqa. Take a look at it. I think it's IOTA, Stratis, XRP, Tron, Ethereum Classic, Waves, and Bitcoin SV, right? Zilliqa is just, you know, looking bullish, just like NEBLIO, Dash, Aion. They got the same pattern. That's why I keep talking about Zilliqa. But Zilliqa just dropped almost like 15-20% versus BTC, like back to like 450 sats from like almost 531, right? I remember 531 to like 450. It's pretty bad, but it's gonna recover. It's just a matter of time. So let's go ahead and take a look at Stratis. Stratis, Binance. I like the weekly chart for Stratis. It is extremely bullish, man. If you don't recognize this pattern, you have to go back and take a look at Bitcoin Cash, ABC pattern, right? The weekly chart, same exact pattern, man. Let's see, a nice pullback. If you ignore this week, we just get back like to 0.786. If you want to include the week, we almost like at the 50%, right? So that's pretty beautiful, man. So but let's just ignore the week, man. Let's say you ignore the week. A nice pullback, 80%, almost 80% pullback, right? A big resistance just about this area of 0.618, and another resistance just about like another support just about like a 0.786, right? The resistance of 618, support 786. So we've been accumulating on this area like for the year since like late February. So and then we got a big big wick, big tail, small body. So it is a big trend reversal, right? I can expect, like, at least for the short term, for Stratis to get some rejection just about this area of 50 EMA on the weekly time frame, right? Just like BTC got a rejection on the weekly time frame. So expect like Stratis to get another rejection. So you would be looking at, from the current price, just another 50% move to the upside. So most of us like don't get 50% move to the upside on our portfolio, because you're holding like so many coins. Like, let's say you're holding like 5 coins, right? Let's take a look at it. You're holding 5 coins, right? So they're going to be going up and down, just like that. Just like that. They're going to be going up and down, and then they're just going to average this one, right? This area. So, but if, let's say you just hold 1 coin or 2 coins, right? If they go up 80%, yeah, they're not going to stay up there. So you're just going to sell and wait for, 6.18, wait price to get back to 6.18, and then you're going to buy back, right? You're going to increase your Bitcoin holding, and then you're going to increase your coins, your number of coins, right? So, but if you hold like 10, 15 coins, sometime you're going to have to wait for a long time for you to increase your Bitcoin value. But I try to stay like 5 to 7 at least, at the most, and at least like 3 to 5, but at the most 5 to 7. That way you can manage your portfolio perfectly instead of rushing for every single coin to move to the upside. So we're still in a bear market, so you just want to accumulate your Bitcoin holding, right? That's the most important thing, right? But Stratis is looking beautiful. I'm looking for a big rejection from this area of 50 EMA. I've been saying it, man. Like, I never talked about Stratis, but as soon as I saw the pattern on the R side looking extremely bullish, a flat line, both price and R side looking flat, a big tail, big wick, small body, man, it's nothing you can do but to expect a reversal, right? The worst case scenario, come back, retest this low. That's the worst case scenario, and it's going to be a big drop, but a 30% drop, but it's not going to stay there that long. So even if you, like, let's say we get back to this area of previous low, just about this area, it's not gonna stay there. It's gonna, you know, reverse another 50% to the upside. So you're still like, you know, you're looking at 15% drop. So you can take your investment and then wait for a bigger drop. All right, it's not a financial advice, but I think like a 50% move to the upside is more probable than a 15% drop. So all right, let's go ahead and take a look at the waves. Waves BTC. Oh man, waves. Take a look at waves. Let's get a clean chart. Waves looking pretty aggressive. I included wave within this list, but I think like it is pretty aggressive to include wave within this list. But you gotta think about it, man. Wave pullback to a 0.618. It's nothing you can do but to include it within this list, right? So a pullback to 0.618, you can expect at least, you know, in April, right? Not February. A 20% move to the upside, right? So let's say we decide to drop to a 0.786. You know, we still got a big chance to move to the upside, right? So a big chance to move to the upside and retest this area. So it is pretty aggressive, right? I think like wave, including wave within the most promising coin in April is pretty aggressive, but at least for the short term, right? I'm expecting a 20 to 30% move from wave, at least for the short term. But we're just gonna have to wait and see if wave gonna be able to handle this area of 0.618 carefully, right? Because we're dropping below this area of 0.618, and you know, also we got a big support from this area of 50 EMA, right? So keep an eye on the waves with a big move to the upside, right? This area of 50 EMA and 0.618 is pretty powerful. Once these coins come back down to this area, you're gonna see some reversal, just like what you saw on Tron, right? You saw like Tron, you know, was up like almost 20% the last 2 days, from like 500 to 600, right? That's 25% move to the upside. So don't sleep on these coins, right? Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at Verge, right? XVG. MFT. Okay, I'll take a look at MFT and Zcash. I like Zcash. Alright, so let's take a look at Verge. We got a big surge from Verge, right? We take a look at the weekly chart for Verge. It is pretty beautiful, man. It is pretty beautiful. Look, a nice accumulation move, right? We all of a sudden got a big move to the upside, like a 15% move to the upside. It's not even much, but when you take a look at the you know, weekly time frame, it doesn't look like much, right? But you can expect like Verge to retest this area for 50 EMA before the end of the spring, which is another, let's see, another 50%, almost 50% move to the upside, right? So I don't think Verge has done you know, Verge hasn't been like a very aggressive recently. It's, you know, with those 30%, you know, 20% move to the upside, I think Verge can give you at least like those 50% move to the upside, right? So, but every time we move to the upside, we get rejection, but it has to stay there. Like 50% move to the upside, you know, a 20%, you know, pullback, not like 40% pullback. So it has to stay up there, right? And break this area of resistance. Just about this area, right? We already broke it, right? It is looking pretty promising, but and that's a weekly time frame, right? That's a weekly time frame. So nice falling wedge, a, you know, big breakout to the upside. Let's take a look at the daily time frame. Okay, XRP all-time high this year versus $1. It is pretty possible. But let's take a look at Verge, right? A nice falling wedge, right? Break this area of upper resistance, and then now we got a nice, crossover. We're about to get a nice crossover, but we're just gonna have to wait and see how Verge gonna be able to. I want to see Verge close as close as possible to the top of this the wick, right? So let's see, because we're getting a big rejection. This rejection is almost 7%, man. 10% rejection right before, I don't want to say a 10% rejection before 8 p.m. Eastern time, right? The next 6 hours I want to see like 3 to 4% rejection, right? But the R side is not overextended, but it is looking good, right? So it is looking great. It is looking great. So let's just hope like we're not going to break the previous high just about this area before the end of the day also, because the R side going to be extremely overextended. So let's just stay just by like 200 to 210 until the end of the, until 8 p.m. right? And then we're gonna start a new day with a big volume, right? So, but let's say we break like 200 and then go up like to 250 before 8 p.m. Eastern time. We're most likely gonna retest 200 like before the next 4 hours after that, because most people are gonna be taking profit on the new day. You gotta think about it, man. Most of these price action, they start like at 8 p.m. Eastern time, right? 8 p.m. Eastern time, right? Most of this price action, every time you get like a newer candle, right, it's going to be very volatile. So keep that in mind, right? The last hour and then the first hour usually like very volatile. Either people are going to be taking profit, or people are going to expect like price to move to the upside. So, but if like let's say price stay just about this area, I could expect like a retest of at least 215, right? Tomorrow we could be retesting like 215, a 5 to 6% move to the upside, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at DigiByte, Aion. I'm gonna take a Aion. Take a look at DigiByte, DGB, BTC. I think Binance has it, not Binance. DGB, BTC, Bittrex. Let's take a look at Bittrex. Probably Bittrex has better volume. Okay, Bittrex has nice volume. So you take a look at a DigiByte. Came back down exactly at what I was saying, right? But last time I take a look at DigiByte, somebody asked me, right? I said like we're gonna come back, retest this area of a 0.786, right? So and then I got the same setup. I didn't change it, right? So we got a double bottom, a retest of 0.786 coming from like 0.618, right? So it is a good sign, right? At least for the short term. Let's see how much it dropped. 10% drop, right? It's not much, right? Versus BTC. Excuse me, I had to cough, so I had to mute the mic. So a 10% drop. Now we are just about this area of a 0.786. Our side is about to be oversold, so you can expect a rebound, right? At least for the short term. So BTC is looking weak, so you gotta think about it, right? When these coins get to the area of Fibonacci, and then BTC is getting weak, you can expect a rebound, right? At least for the short term, right? A 15 to 20% move to the upside. I mean, that's a good thing, man. If you get like 15-20%, let's say you get like 20 trades a year, I mean not a year but a month, right? A 15%, like 15% move to the upside every time you get one trade, right? That's pretty big, man. And then you don't have to hurdle, you don't have to be stressful and all of that. You just have to wait for this coin to get to the area of Fibonacci, like 0.618, get your 10%, and wait for 786, get your 15%. That's 25% already. So, and then just for 2 trades, you don't have to like rush. Just like Tron, right? Tron got back to a 0.618, a 25% move to the upside, and then you're not even gonna feel it, because it's not gonna be like a big 25% to the upside. It's gonna be like a 25% move to the upside, like a 3 days move, right? So all right, I got it on Bittrex, DigiByte, BTC. I'm gonna take a look at Zilliqa, man. I'm pretty bullish on Zilliqa. So Zilliqa, let's take a look at Aion, right? I remember Aion back in earlier, late December 17, I think, right? Aion, like went up like almost ARN. I think it's ARN. BTC went up like 10x in a week. I remember that. So take a look at Aion. It is making the same move as BTC is making, right? Same pattern, same exact pattern, right? So it is basically following BTC. So, and also I think like another coin has got the same pattern. I have to take a look at it, but a double top from August, right? I think like I think Nano double top in August. A push to the upside, just like XRP, right? September, started September. XRP started September, but it did it like in 1 week, and then it pushed to the upside, coming back down, retest this area. So it's the same exact move, right? But double top, double bottom, double top, 0.786. You know, it pushed to the upside, another double top, coming back down. Let's see how low this area and coming back down. Aion coming back down to 50%, a big support from 50 and 100. Let's see if Aion going to be able to handle this area of it's almost at 0.618, so it's not even much, right? I would be expecting Aion to come back down and retest this area also, right? Get a cleaner retest, not like this. I want to see this retest, right? I want to see that on 786, just like the rest of the crypto, just about 8 to 10%, right? So we're gonna see. Just remind me on my next live stream to update Aion to see if we're gonna be able to retest this area for 0.618, right? Which is 10% drop versus BTC, right? So it's not much, man, because 10% drop, 30% to the upside, you still get like 20%, right? So you know, or you can just wait for price to get back to this area 0.786, which is, let me see, I think it's say like 88.26, right? 88.26. So or 80, I think it's 86, let's see, 87.50, right? 87.50, 0.618, right? 87.50. So if you don't know where the 0.618 is, it's just about, you know, 87.50 on Binance, right? So KW, looking for Siacoin, MFT. Siacoin is looking pretty bullish. I'm gonna take a look at Siacoin also, right? I'm gonna take a look at Siacoin. Let's take a look at MFT, right? First, let's take a look at MFT. Where can I find MFT? Binance, MFT BTC. Binance has it. Mainframe, MFT. Whoa, beautiful chart, man. Big sell off to the downside. Let's see. It is a beautiful chart, man. Our side is very aggressive, you know. So I think MFT, another coin just like this, have a, I have to take a look at it, but I think it's a, I'm gonna look at that, but it's another coin like exactly as, you know, MFT. I'm gonna let you know before the end of the video. A double top just about this area, it pushed to the upside, come back down this area. So let's see. Basically it's a double top, no fib retracement, a double top, triple top, a big rejection just about this area. So it could be something big happening for MFT. You take a look at this flag, just like Ether Classic, right? Ether Classic made this move just about this area. Let's take a look at it. Just about this area, right? If you go back and take a look at Ethereum Classic, just about this area, a flag, a push to the downside, all of a sudden the outside made a U-turn, a bang, a big move to the upside, right? Look at outside made a U-turn, very unexpected, right? And all of a sudden Ethereum Classic went to the upside, right? ICX also making the same move, OneChain also already made the ABC correction to the downside, right? To like I think 0.786 or 0.618, and then you know, we could be expecting a big move to the upside, but we're just gonna have to wait and see how MFT gonna be able to break this area of you know, 150 EMA, because it's a double resistance, right? So you got 50 and 100 EMA, both of them acting upon this price. So let's see how we're going to be able to close above this area of you know, 100 EMA. First of all, that's the first target. You want to close, you want candle to be able to close above this area, like, which is like 86. I think it's 86 sats, right? Yeah, 86. So from the current price of 81, so it's not much. It's not much, but I think it's Stratis. No, it's not Stratis, but let me take a look at it really quick. XLM, no, I don't think it looks like XLM. XLM pattern is just, I can tell you XLM pattern without even looking at it. The XLM pattern is a big accumulation move, a downside just like that, and then it make this move, right? That's how XLM looks like. And then we got another move to the upside. We got another move to the upside just like that, and then now we're making a fly coming back down to 0.618, right? Let's take a look at it. I'm very familiar with XLM, very familiar with XLM and Zilliqa dash NEBLIO. I can tell you the pattern even without looking at them. Let's get back to fib retracement. Exactly, came back down to 0.618. So XLM got you this kind of pattern, nice accumulation move whole year around. Like, you gotta think about it. XLM was doing great versus BTC. All of a sudden we dropped December. This area was December. All of a sudden we came back down, make this nice, you know, a nice divergence between our side and price, right? And then all of a sudden we got that 40% move to the upside. So NEM looked like XLM also. Keep an eye on NEM. NEM got the same pattern. So Siacoin, I'm gonna take a look at Siacoin. Siacoin look like ICX, so it is making a beautiful. Siacoin is just gonna surprise all of us. But I have to go back to I'm gonna make a note for MFT. I know it looks like a chart. I'm keeping an eye on. So MFT. I never take a look at MFT. That's my first time, but I'm very familiar with the pattern. That's what I mean, right? I'm not familiar with the coin, but I'm familiar with this pattern. It's something I'm looking at right now, very aggressively. I have to look it up afterward. So let's take a look at it. I'm gonna take a look at Siacoin, KW. Upside, which one? KW, MFT, Ali Hamidi, Zilliqa, Ali. I'm gonna take a look at Zilliqa, Ali. I'm gonna take a look at Zilliqa. I like Zilliqa. I'm looking to buy some Zilliqa. So let's take a look at Siacoin first. Hey Ali, if you're new to the content, make sure to hit the like and subscribe, so you know you get these updates, man. So I've been covering Zilliqa since Zilliqa was like, you know, start making that double correction. So BTC, just make sure to hit the like and subscribe. Join the group. I got a Telegram group. I'm gonna update the link so you guys can join the Telegram group, right? So you take a look at Siacoin, right? Beautiful move, right, to the downside. Siacoin was one of my top pick back in February and March, but you know, actually that was March. Siacoin, VChain, ICX, OneChain, Nano, right? I said like keep an eye on those coins, right? But Siacoin, you know, was moving below this area of 50 EMA. It pushed to the upside, a nice flag. So it is holding strong, right? It is holding strong. You take a look at it. Ethereum Classic made the same move, but Ethereum Classic breakdown. You take a look at it, man. ICX is making the same move. OneChain made the same move, but breakdown, right? Same exact move on the R side, right? You take a look at this move on the R side, and that move pushed to the upside. Ethereum Classic made the same move, but decided to just turn bearish, right? And then everybody was like, Ethereum Classic, you know, is dead. All of a sudden, a 70% move to the upside. So let's take a look at ETC so I can show you what I'm telling you. BTC. Guys, if you're new to the content, make sure to hit the like and subscribe, and then so you can get these notification, right? So you take a look at ETC, right? Same setup, right? A beautiful flag. Like, take a look at it. Oh, exactly. That's the coin I was telling you. You take a look at NFT. Take a look at the chart of ETC, right? Take a look at the chart of ETC. It's another coin. It's not even Ethereum, but take a look at the chart of ETC, right? A double bottom, push to the upside, come back down, push, you know, make a flag, break to the downside, another push to the upside. So you take a look at ETC, right? Look like Siacoin, right? You know, nice bull flag, push to the downside, all of a sudden a very vertical move to the upside. So let's go back to Siacoin. I'm holding some Sia, but I'm not holding like a amount to pump the price, right? So you take a look at a Siacoin, a nice you know, accumulation move, a downside movement, right? But it is holding strong. Instead of like pushing to the downside, Sia is pushing to the upside, right? So let's just wait and see, right? It doesn't matter which way it goes, you know, I'm expecting a move to the upside. Even if like Siacoin, you know, break down for like a 5 to 8%, a nice ABC correction before another move to the upside, I take it. It's okay. The R side is looking beautiful, just like ICX, right? But OneChain decided to make this move. So let's wait for OneChain to make a correction before another move to the upside, just like that, right? So it is pretty beautiful, man. Dash made the same move. It pushed to the upside, but Sia is, you know, just correcting just about this area. So looking at Lambo, whoa, I sold my car and put it on a Neo. Good luck. Okay, Zcash. All right, Siacoin. Let's take a look at Zcash. BTC, right? Not USDT. Looking at Lambo now. Oh. You take a look at Zcash, right? You know how big I'm on Zcash. So first time I take a look at the chart of Zcash. Zcash was you know, extremely, you know, bearish, right? You know, now we up, like we went up, I think, let's see, we went up 25% move to the upside. You know, now we're making a nice flag, a rejection from the previous top. So we just have to get out of this area of a rectangle, right? So our side is coming back down. Most likely we're gonna get a support. BTC is looking weak. So we got a, you know, historical support just about this area. So a double tap, you know, a double tap on the area of support, a big area of resistance, area of support on the 50 EMA. I mean Zcash is looking bullish, man. I don't see Zcash like going any lower. It is not a financial advice, but I don't see Zcash like you know, going down like another like 50% versus BTC. You know, a retest of this low, I mean, it's not going to be a big deal. It's going to be we're gonna get another structure, but we're just gonna have to wait and see how we're gonna restructure that you know, once Zcash get back to this area of previous low, right? So you also take a look at it, right? If you want to be aggressive, you can you know, get this inverse head and shoulder just by this area, right? And say Zcash is gonna break it, right? And most likely it's gonna break it. If you take a look at it, a 1-to-1 extension, right? 1-to-1 extension. So you're looking at least, right, from the current price of Zcash, another almost 25% move to the upside, right? If you just want to take a look at this inverse head and shoulder, right? So, and then our side is looking, that's what I was talking about Tron, right? I say like Tron got a versus a dollar. Tron got a nice inverse, right? Inverse, right? Head, shoulder, right? Versus a dollar, right? Tron is just about this area, but the R side is 80, man. It's 80. So what do you want? You want Tron to reverse to get the R for the all side to get like 65 to 67, and then we're gonna get a support from the previous right and left shoulder. You know, possible breaking it just for, you know, couple days, and a push to the upside, right? Get this 1-to-1 extension. So, but Zcash is making like what Tron supposed to be making, right? The pattern Tron supposed to be making, Zcash exactly is making it. So you gotta remember, right? An inverse head and shoulder doesn't have to be, you know, doesn't have to be always beautiful, right? So, because if you zoom in, right, you can clearly see this inverse head and shoulder. But if you like, you know, keep your screen flat, you're not gonna be able to see it. You gotta look at things in 3D. If you just take a look at things like this, a flat line, you're not gonna be able to see it, right? You can even see like on the R side, right? You know, you can even see this big V shape. Every time you see a V shape, you know, look for, you know, right and left shoulder. Right and left shoulder. You take a look at Zcash, you know, you zooming in, you can see a nice inverse head and shoulder. Nice big reversal, right? So keep an eye on Zcash, right? I don't know if you guys can see what I'm saying or not. So tell me about ICX and OneChain. Can still potential go down? I mean, I told you ICX was gonna retest about 750 to 8,000, right? Yesterday, right? So, but we retested 8,000. I'm gonna go back to ICX. So just remind me within the live stream while I'm doing the live stream, right? Because I already like talked about a lot ICX, but I'm gonna go back to it. How high Zcash can go? A 1-to-1 extension. It is not a financial advice, but if you just take a BTC is looking weak, so Zcash can take advantage of that weakness, right? Our side is looking, our side is just about 52, right? So it's pretty good, right? Our side is 52. That's pretty good. So guys, make sure to hit the like and subscribe, guys, so we can grow our community. Because, you know, I've been doing live stream like for almost like an hour and a half now, right? So I want to see you guys hit the thumbs up to keep me entertained at the same time. That's the only thing you can, guys. I mean, that's the only thing I'm asking. I'm not asking anything but those thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the like, right? And hit the notification, I mean, right? So we can grow our community and learn together, right? So you're getting this free content. I don't hold any Zcash, but I'm giving you a nice TA about Zcash, right? So that's just like free content, right? So if you take a look at Zcash, right, like let's say we break this area of neckline, and I'm like 75% sure, I mean not sure, but I'm 75% positive about like Zcash breaking this area of neckline. So you'd be looking at Zcash versus the BTC 0.018. Beautiful, man, beautiful. So if let's say Zcash decides to go bearish, I'm looking for a big, you know, recovery just about this area, man. It's not even much, right? So not even much. So our side is facing down, but it's just a correction to me. We might be correcting let's see, I want to see Zcash make a U-turn, right? Just like that. This move could be, it's not going to be a very aggressive move, so it's going to be a slow uptrend again until we get to this area. Then we're going to move to the upside, but I don't think it's going to be like a you know, just all of a sudden, you know, you're going to wake up and then you see Zcash like 50% move to the, I don't see that. I don't see like Zcash making those type of moves. I want to see like a, you know, 15 to 20% move to the upside, like for 3 to 4 days or 1 week at least, like, you know, 5 to 7% move for a week until you get your, you know, 50% move to the upside, right? So like and sub, guys, like and subs, okay? So we can grow together, right? And then I'm gonna be doing this live stream like almost like for the rest of the month. So for you to get these notifications, make sure you hit the like and subscribe, right? So you can get these notifications. So basically live stream every day for the month of April, right? For the whole month of April, right? So what coin you want me to take a look at, guys? Take a look at XVG, Verge. And we took a look at, let's take a look at Zilliqa. Zilliqa, man. Tezos. I never took a look at Tezos. Okay, let's take a look at Zilliqa. Zilliqa. Like I told you about Zilliqa looks like Dash, NEBLIO, Aion, not Aion, I keep mentioning Aion, but Dash, NEBLIO, Zilliqa, they got Tron, they got the same pattern, right? You take a look at Zilliqa, double top, double bottom, 0.786, right? You gotta remember this pattern, I keep talking about it. Double top, double bottom, 0.786, a reversal. Let's take a look at it. Oops, not you, this one, right? Double top, double bottom, 0.786, a big move to the upside. So Zilliqa is doing the same thing, right? So I told you, like Dash, Zilliqa, NEBLIO, they got the same pattern. Tron and some other coins, right? Also like Ethereum Classic got the same pattern, but Ethereum Classic didn't have like a double bottom. It just started a big move to the upside like the first week of December, I think December 6th, right? And then I came back down to 0.618. So this move, this accumulation move is pretty good, man. I like this uptrend. Also is not overextended, right? You know, just like a Ethereum Classic, right? A big sell off to the downside. So you can expect like Zilliqa, you know, I'm looking to get some Zilliqa. So a big move to the upside. You know, this move can be very aggressive. You gotta remember, right? Zilliqa can give you like sometime like 25 to 30% move when the market is down. So you gotta remember that it's not like a coin that move with the market. Sometime when the market is down, Zilliqa is like almost like, you know, not doing anything, right? When the market is going up, but when the market is down, you know, all of a sudden you're gonna see like Zilliqa and NEM, especially NEM can give you those like big move to the upside when market is not doing anything. You're gonna be surprised, man. You're gonna be surprised. But Zilliqa, like I always say, we got a 3 up, a nice 3 up, right? You know, a 1 up, another 1 down, right? So a nice correction. We broke this area of resistance. So let's see. We can change the slope and say if Zilliqa gonna retest this area. It's not gonna be a big deal. It's just a correction, man. It's just accumulation move. Sometimes I don't like to draw this correction because sometimes it can you might be expecting a 3 up 3 down, and then it's gonna make like 3 up 1 down, right? And then you're gonna be expecting the price just about this area, and then it's never gonna come back down to this area. It's just gonna surprise you and make a big move to the upside, just like XLM, right? XLM did that to me. So I was expecting a retest of the double bar of this area to make a double bottom, bang, it just, you know, went ballistic. But Zilliqa is looking bullish, a big accumulation move, right? But let's say you want to be bearish on Zilliqa, you don't like Zilliqa, and you're like, oh, I want Zilliqa to get, you know, to be cheaper, right? So I can get some. You can expect this move, right? We're gonna get a nice left and right shoulder, right? Nice left and right shoulder. So just about this area and just about that area, and then you got your big head, right? And then a 1-to-1 extension, right? You're gonna be waiting forever for this 1-to-1 extension because I don't think it's gonna come anytime soon, right? So you'll be like, oh, I want Zilliqa to drop. I want Zilliqa to drop 60% versus 70% versus BTC, right? So you might be waiting until 2020, right? So it is not a financial advice, but I don't see Zilliqa dropping versus BTC, you know, 70% this year at least, right? So, but we could break this area. Like let's say we make a nice inverse, a nice head and shoulder. We could break it, but I don't think it's gonna be a 70% move to the downside. After a 90% move to the downside, I don't see Zilliqa making another 70 to 80% move to the downside. But we're just gonna have to wait and see, right? Because if this inverse head and shoulder fails, most likely, you know, it's gonna be a 1-to-1 extension, a retest of this area, right? Retest of this area, right? So, but you know, I'm expecting at least for the short term a 0.618 pullback, right? Once we get to 0.618 pullback, which is just about this area, right? 0.618, 570, something like that. It's not even far, right? Then we're gonna reassess our judgment based on, you know, how far Zilliqa can go, right? So because it's most likely going to make a new pattern. So, but I don't know what type of pattern it's going to be making, right? How do you take your profit? I'm very bad at taking profit, so I'm very bad. Most of the time I just huddle, you know, wait for a pullback, sell, and then accumulate more. I just accumulate. So I'm very bad at taking profit. It's a strategy I need to develop, but I'm very bad at taking profit. I love all your video, best teacher by far. Thanks to your HR, human resource, Spencer. Okay, when it's high enough, like I can sell, but I'm just gonna buy back. Like I'm not taking like profit for like take cash. I'm just accumulating. So I'm not like cashing out. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm not cashing out. Like, and you know, I'm, for instance, like Nano yesterday, I sold like, I sold some of my Nano at like, I think like 31,000 sats, something like that. I can't even remember. I have to look it up. 31,000, and then I bought back like, you know, just about like 29. Like I said, 29.50, right? Because 29.50 was like a, you know, 0.618. So basically, I think it was like 5. It's not even much, 5-6%. But you gotta think about it. Let's say you have like, you have 100 nanos, right? 6% of 100 is almost like what, 6, right? It's 6, right? So you're adding 6 more nanos to your portfolio just by selling your nano and buying it back. So nano is $1 right now, but you're not looking at nano as $1. You're looking at nano as $100. You see what I'm saying? Like you're looking at like adding $600 to your portfolio, you know, in the like next 3 to 5 years. So every time you do that, you add $600 every trade. Let's say you add $600 to your portfolio, you know, every trade in this, you know, next, you know, 3 to 5 years, because nano is not going to be like $1 for the forever, right? So like when Ethereum was like a, you know, $1 or like $2, and then you add in like 6 Ethereum to your portfolio every time you make a trade, you know, that's like $6,000 at all-time high every time you make a trade. So that's how I look at it. So, but I'm not looking at it as taking a profit and then you know, send it to the bank. So if I take profit, most of the time I just send it to the, you know, to the nano. That's it. All right. Me too. I'm very bad at taking profit. I bought 16,000 worth. So, oh, sorry, man. Sorry, Sonny. But you know, we got a long way to go. We're all gonna learn from each other. So we got some weaknesses, and we have to work on. That's it. But you guys have to work on your weakness. Let's go ahead and take a look at NavCoin. NavCoin BTC. You take a look at NavCoin, it looks like an XRP, right? NavCoin and XRP, I always say like they look like, right? So XRP USD, XRP USD Tether and NavCoin BTC, they are basically the same, right? So a big breakout. You can remember like when I was talking about NavCoin. NavCoin was one of my top picks back in like March, but it didn't do it did much because it gives you like this 50% move to the upside, right? You gotta think about it, like you know 50% move, almost like twice. This one is almost like, you know, 40%, 30, let's say a 40% move, this one, and then you got another 50% move to the upside. So you could almost like double your portfolio just by trading Nav, like selling and buying back, selling and buying back. Just be patient. So we got a big support just about this area of a 50 MA for Nav. Let's see what type of pullback we got. Below 0.618, and then a big support from this area of 100 MA. So not too far away from this 786, right? So just like OneChain, right? OneChain is, you know, almost like at 0.786, a nice ABC correction, right? Nice ABC correction for OneChain, right? So nice ABC correction. But let's just wait and see what type of correction NavCoin going to be making. At least right now the current price of NavCoin is just by like 470, something like that. So 470 sats, right? So 470 sats. All right, Todd, thank you for tuning in. Ether USD Tether. I'm going to take a look at Ether. NEBLIO, ARC. Okay, NEBLIO. NEBLIO made a big move, right? So Ether. All right. So guys, if you write me something and then I haven't talked about it, make sure to update it and then put it underneath the chat room so I can look it up. Sometimes I don't go back like you know, go all the way up to look up like what you guys said. So most of the time I just look at like the 5 to 10 last you know, comments right under the chat room. So make sure to rewrite anything you said if you said it a long time ago and I haven't taken a look at it. So let's go ahead and take a look at which one again? Took Aion, Zilliqa, NEBLIO, ARC. Let's go take a look at NEBLIO first. NEBLIO was doing pretty well. You take a look at NEBLIO, right? Like I said about NEBLIO, when I was telling you about NEBLIO versus Dash, look at target was 42% right to the upside. We're almost there, right? So a nice accumulation move, you know, nice accumulation move just about this area, right? A big move to the upside, come back, retest this area 50 and 100 EMA. So our side is facing up. That's a good thing. A big push, big rejection. So let me just get a clean chart. No, I don't want to lose all this. Let's see. Let's just get a clean chart. Right. So take a look at NEBLIO, right? A double tap just about August. I think Siacoin also got this double tap just about August. A push to the upside, came back down. A big move to the upside, right? So what can we expect from NEBLIO? We already got this 1-to-1 extension. Most likely, right? Let's see. A 1-to-1 extension. We got this 1-to-1 extension exactly. So a nice pullback, like almost 50% pullback, right? At 0.786 pullback, right? We got back to this area of 0.786, almost like another 20% move to the upside. 30% move to the upside, guys. I keep telling you, man, you gotta if you're following a coin, right? Just respect these levels, 0.618 and 0.786, right? The market is pretty bearish. Not bearish in the sense like we're going like to zero, but bearish like we're on the bear market. We on a reversal trend. So let's say we're on a bull market, I would be looking for like a 382 retracement. But on the bear market, 0.618, 0.786. Came back down to a 0.618, a 30% move to the upside, right? So the current price of, let's see, what's the current price of it's almost like 36, right? Like 36.11 on the Binance, right? 0.003611, right? So, and then we went up like to almost 43, right? 43.24 in a heartbeat, very quick move. So, but it is looking pretty bullish. Let's see how we're going to be able to handle this 0.618. If not, we have to retest this area again, right? Which is 786, a possible another 15 to 20% move to the upside. So sometimes you don't have to go wait for the coin to go like, turn bullish and go all the way up like 50 to 60%. By taking like 2 or 3 trades, you can like get like a 50%. Just by taking 2 or 3 trades at the most, right? Taking a trade just about 0.618 and taking a trade just about a just about 0.786. You can make a good profit just by taking a trade just about 0.618 and 0.786. So let's go ahead and take a look at ARC. Andrea, I'm very interested in your opinion on HOT, Aion, Engine. Thank you. I take a look at those, right? HOT, Hollow, Aion. I told you about Aion, man. I told you about Aion like long time ago. Aion and Zilliqa dash NEBLIO. So if you know, hot engine, right? Let's see if engine gonna be able. I was taking a look at engine earlier, but let's go ahead and take a look at ARC first. All right, John Locke. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe, John, so you can get this update right. ARC BTC. ARC is holding strong, man, but it is moving below this area of 100 EMA. RSI is oversold. All right, so it is not a financial advice, guy. Anything I said or anything I'm saying, it is just a TA, so it doesn't have to be it's not going to be 100% everything I said, right? So I might be expecting price to come back down to 0.786, but price just got stopped at 618 and then another move to the upside. So it's not like it's not about being wrong or right. I'm not trying to be wrong or right. I'm just trying to be consistent, right? Consistent in making profits, of course, right? But it's not about being wrong or right, because you don't know what the market going to be doing. That's why you're doing this TA, right? To assess your judgment, because you just don't know, right? You just don't know. Sometimes you might expect market to go bullish, and then we got a bad news, market go bearish, right? So it's nothing you can do, man, nothing. So you take a look at ARC. ARC was making this move, right? Let's see. Let me get my tool. Got this move, accumulation move, right? A nice bottom formation, just like BTC. Guys, you gotta pay clear attention, right? You go back to BTC back in 2015, right? Go back and take a look at BTC BTC bottom formation. Same exact move, same exact move. You just don't want to look at it, in a linear fashion. You want to look at it in 3D. BTC made this move, right? Let's see. Come back down. Let's see. Oops. This area. Down, push up, down, push up, bang. BTC made this move. Look at ARC. Same exact move, right? It doesn't have to look exactly, but Litecoin made the same exact move, but Litecoin made it this way. Instead of like this, this angle, Litecoin made it this angle. Same exact move, right? So I can show you Litecoin after I talk about ARC, but let's go back to ARC. So ARC is completely oversold, right? Not oversold, but 30. You can consider 30 oversold, but we don't have any sort of a reversal, right, trend. So basically what I'm saying is like we don't have any divergence. You want to look for a divergence, right? Price going down, right? And the outside gonna make a big impulse wave and then look like it's gonna double bottom. It's not gonna double bottom. So look for that double bottom, right, on the outside and then on the price. So but I don't see like ARC I don't see ARC going ballistic very shortly, even though like we came back down to this area of let's see, if you take this entire move, let's see where we at first of all, right? We just about 0.618, right? We could be retesting 0.786 again, right? We could be, right? So because we already broke 0.618, because if BTC like remain weak, right, most likely ARC could be going up. But let's say if BTC like decide to not BTC remains weak, but BTC remains silent, right? ARC can go back up, right? But if BTC decide to go weak or strong, ARC gonna go down, like to this area of 0.618, right? Not 0.618, but 0.786, right? Which is just not too much, right? Not too much. So we didn't get any rejection from this 0.618, which is weird. So you can expect like another rejection from this area of 0.786, right? If we ever get to that area, right? So 0.618, wasn't able to hold the price, 150 EMA wasn't able to support the price, which is pretty weird, right? After a like 100% move to the upside almost, right? I think ARC went up, let's see, like 130% move to the upside, right? So no sort of support, right? We got a support, right? Triple bottom over this area for 50 EMA. So now it got weaker, all of a sudden we're coming back down. So keep an eye on ARC, just about another 18%, not 18, but let's see, 13% drop. So it's not even much, right? If BTC goes down 5%, most likely ARC can go 13% in one day and make a double bottom. So it's not a big deal. All right. So hey, T Shanat, sorry earlier, man, about the audio quality, because you know XSplit was giving me a tough time, so I had to reset my settings. So, and I didn't change anything, I just started doing my stream, and then no sound. So, and I didn't change any of my settings, so I just had to go back and fix some little stuff on the setting. So next coin, we talk about NEBLIO, right? We already talked about NEBLIO, I think. ARC, Ethereum USD, Ethereum USD. Guys, make sure to hit the like and subscribe so you can get these notifications, right? And then to support the channel. You're watching for free. It's been like almost 2 hours of live streaming. So all right, Ethereum USDT. For some reason, right, Ethereum is making a double tap on the RSI, because I never look at the price of Ethereum on the versus a dollar. So sometimes I'll be surprised that when I take a look at the chart versus the dollar, right? All right. All right, you take a look at the price action of Ethereum, right? The RSI is overextended. I don't like that. So when you take a look at the USD, so most likely we're gonna get a pullback, because we cannot go forever, right? So we cannot go forever. So we already got this 1-to-1 extension almost, right? Let's take a look at it. We already got this 1-to-1 extension, right? Almost. Yep, we almost got this 1-to-1 extension, right? From this area to that area. But I want to see this 1-to-1 extension. My ultimate target was this 1-to-1 extension, right? Let's see. I want to see this 1-to-1 extension, right? I want to see this 1-to-1 extension. That's what I was looking for Ethereum to do. But in order to get this 1-to-1 extension, we're going to have to pull back, right, on the dollar value. So let's see how far we can pull back, right? Let's just take this move just about this area. Let's say Ethereum pulls back to 0.618 just by taking this move, right? The most recent move. So you could be expecting like Ethereum to come back down to like 150, 154 to 160, right? For the RSI to get back to this area. It could even go lower, but let's just say 160 to 154. All right, 160 to 154. So the RSI can get back to this area and get more momentum and move to the upside. Otherwise, we're not gonna go far, because you're looking for another. Let's see. You're looking for another 30% move to the upside, right? So $240, right? The current price of Ethereum is just 176. So going back to 165 to 154 is not even much, right? So that's just about, let's see, 10% drop. It's not even much. Sometimes price drop 10% in an hour, so it's not even much. So all right, T-Nut. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at it. We take a look at a Monero Dash is next. Dash is looking pretty strong, even though Bitcoin is pretty strong, but Dash is just holding strong, right? It's not selling, like it's not getting like a lot of sell-off. So most people are not selling their Dash basically. Like I said about Dash, NEBLIO, you know, they made the same Dash, NEBLIO, Zilliqa, right? Look at Dash, right? Double top, double bottom, double top. You know, 0.786, a big move to the upside, flag, another big move to the upside, flag. I said it, man. I said Dash is gonna dominate when Dash was just about this area, right? I said Dash gonna be more dominating later March, and then we went up like 40% since I made that video, 40% move. So, you know, and then we still got more room to go, right? So I think like Dash is pretty healthy. It's not getting like some random move to the upside. It is pretty healthy, man. So you can just expect like our side to come back lower. I want to see Dash our side to come back like to 50 at least, right? To 50, just about this area, right? So we're gonna get this area, just about this area, right? So you can expect Dash to get back to this area. You know, price coming back down, get a support, right? Price cannot go up forever, guys. Cannot go up forever. You get a support from this area 50 MA. That's what I want to see. And then our side gonna get like to let's say 50, right? 45 to 52, right? In that range. So the number doesn't matter. It's just like the area that I just care about the area, right? Let's say 45 to 55 in that area, in that range. It's gonna be pretty good for Dash to get a better momentum to the upside, right? LTC is going weak. Yes, LTC is going weak, but we're gonna take a look at LTC again, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at the engine, because I'm expecting a big move from engine very shortly, man. A big move to the upside, right? A three-wave move to the upside, right? Coming back. The 50 EMA couldn't support the price. I think I just got a coin like that, look like just like that. I think it's ARC, right? ARC is looking just like that, right? So let's take a look at what type of pullback we're getting from an engine. But big move to the upside, man, almost 0.786. So let's see how engine gonna be able to handle this area. So 0.786. So, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. But we could be expecting a move to the upside. Like let's say engine wants to go bullish. That's a very good sign of bullishness. Points, almost like, let's see. Engine 10x, man. It 10x since like when? Whoa, 10x. Like 900% move, man. 900% move since when? Mid-February, right? So the first week of February, so to like the first week of March. In 30 days, man. In 30 days, when 900% versus BTC, coming back down to a 0.618, right? So if 0.618 cannot support the price, I would be looking for a double bottom, man. I would be looking for a double bottom on the R side. I don't like this double bottom. I want to see a clean double bottom, right? Like that. A push to the upside, maybe a 15% move to the upside, come back down, just like that. And make a nice triangle, right? In this area. So either price gonna be, moving to the downside, just like that. So we get our divergence. That's what I'm looking for, engine. But engine got a big opportunity to go bullish, at least for like a 2 to 3 days, another like 15 to 30% move to the upside, right? But if not, we have to retest this area of a 0.786, which is just about like a 1969, right? 1969 engine. Let's just put it there. 1969. 1969. 1969. All right, 1969, right? So next target, if 0.618 doesn't hold strong, I'm looking for a 1969 sats, right? So just about this area. So all right guys, so I think somebody asked about, can you please look at Tether coin, TLFU. I'm about to call it a day. So it says Samsung news for Engine. Yeah, I heard like Samsung got some good news. I mean, Engine got some good news from Samsung, something like that. So make sure to hit the like, guys, and subscribe. So it's been, the live stream been going on for like 2 hours. I'm about to call it a day. About to take a break, and then I'm gonna update the price later, right? So I'm gonna be going live tomorrow also, just about the same time, between like 1 p.m. Eastern time to 2 p.m. Eastern time, right? I'm just gonna send out an update. I'm gonna put a link of my Telegram group, so you guys can get notification in case YouTube doesn't send you a notification. I'm gonna put it under the Telegram group, right? I'm gonna put a link after the end of the live stream. I'm gonna put a link of that. Somebody told me like that link is not working for some reason, so I have to take a look at it again. All right, thank you, Todd. Thank you. So let me take a look at a couple of coins. If you guys don't have any question, I think somebody asked about Tether coin, right? Let's take a look at Tether coin. Take a look at Tether coin. I'm not familiar with that coin, right? But I'll take a look at it. Let's see. Tether coin. For some reason, TradingView is not responding. So, come on. Engine. Tether coin. ETH, BTC. Let's take a look at Tether coin first. Tether. Oops, for some reason it doesn't want to show up. So TFUL. It's not showing up, guys. So for some reason the coin you're asking me not showing up on TradingView. So I think it's TradingView that's just slowing down for some reason. Let me just refresh it. Meanwhile, let's take a look at CoinMarketCap while TradingView is updating. Ethereum current price is just about 179 on CoinMarketCap. For some reason, BTC is higher on CoinMarketCap than the actual price of the exchange, right? 52.37 on CoinMarketCap, right? So, but on Binance, it's like, I think it's like let's see, on Binance I think like 51.60 last time I checked it. So let's go back to this area. For some reason a TradingView is tripping. So all right, guys, sorry for the delay. I'm just gonna call it a day, and then I'm gonna be going live. If you have any other coins, just let me know, and then we talked about it. We're gonna talk about it, right? So because TradingView is not working properly, So but the market is pretty bullish. So BTC is holding strong, just about 52 according to a coin market cap, right? So 52, you know, Ethereum 180. So you know, that's about it for today. Enjoy the profit, and then you know, enjoy the spring, and then be ready for a nasty summer, like I always say, right? So